Hi, I am starting a new series and I'm titling it What If Wednesday? So, what if Wednesday? Well, what if Wednesday is just a time for me to let me just see if I can or what would happen if I tried? Now, this is not my original thought. I am part of this lovely artist's Patreon group. This is Dylan Merzwinski, and this is her handle for Instagram. And she has a lovely Patreon group where full of really supportive artists. And uh, some of the phrasing, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, is let me just see if I can, or what happens if I tried. And I thought, well, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that on a weekly basis. For my first What If Wednesday, I wanted to take some sketches that I have done, just quick landscape sketches out and about, and bring them into Adobe Fresco, add some more texture, and then use them for backgrounds, kind of like this. Thinking, well, DL, that's not really like you're not going to be painting or drawing, but it's still part of how I show up here on YouTube. And so it is important and it is something that I wanted to try. I want to try to keep everything that I have as my graphic, so to speak, to be mine, good or bad. I just want them to be mine. I think part of that is so that it's a record for me later. And also now that I have my first grandchild, maybe he wants to watch Mimi later on in life and he'll have a record of kind of me. The first thing that I did was select some sketchbooks that had some illustrations in it, or these are just on plein air sketches. So that's the one that I showed in the little video. I think that was the only one I picked from this book. Yes. And then I also picked this one. Yeah, you can see that one. I kind of like this one, but it's kind of really dark here in the front. And I also picked this one. All of these are Bataquitos Lagoon here nearby where I live. There was another one, I think. I don't know if I picked this one. There's a lot that are similar. Obviously, I was doing these in the wintertime. Yeah, this was February when there wasn't many leaves on the tree. So I'm going to be opening up this, the 3840 by 2160. You can see that it says double full HD. So we'll click on that. I'm going to go to photos. And I'm going to let's pick that one that I said was kind of dark. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, what I'm about to do, like stretch it out. But I'm not doing anything with this artwork regarding, I'm not making prints, I'm not stickers. This is simply just kind of a background. So I'm okay with doing that. So what I want to do first is kind of take off some of that excess. Now, this can also be done in, say, something like Photoshop, take off the surrounding in the background pretty easily. I just didn't do that this time, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to clean it up really quickly here in Fresco. The reason I didn't put it in Photoshop is because I forget how to do things. And so I'd have to stop and remember how to do it and finagle with it. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to go to the lasso tool here. I'm going to pick rectangle in order to do a first kind of large cut. All right, so I'm going to transform that. It says it can't transform it because my picture needs to be a pixel layer. So now it is. And now I'm going to duplicate that selection. So what that did is it put the picture for me on a separate layer. So now I can move that over here and then do some more cleaning up. And so I could use that rectangle tool again, grab this bottom, erase, maybe again, erase. People who are well adept in the digital world cringing because I'm doing it this way, but actually they're probably not. It's all cleaned up now, and now it's by itself. So now I'm going to fill it up. Okay. So I'm done. It's just telling me that some of my areas are outside of the borders. It's going to be cropped. That's fine. Okay, there we go. So what I was saying is the front is looking really dark. So I'm going to take that top layer, change to black, fill that layer with black, change that color mode to color, or the blend mode, sorry. And now we can see that we really do have a lot of black in this area. So there's a lot of black here. So I think I'm going to still try to brighten that up, even though you're like, well, you said it's going to go on the background. And so it is, but I want to brighten that up just a little bit. To make another layer on top, I'm going to turn off that black layer. I don't need it. And now I'm just going to try to brighten it up a little bit. So I see a lighter yellow here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my pixel brushes. I'm going to go down to my Chris Piasek and Retro Supply Company drawing brushes, and I'm going to pick a sketchy, let's see, what size is it? So all I'm going to do here now is just go over that and get some brights down here. So you can't see what I'm doing here. So let me go back to that other angle. So I'm just taking the color and kind of in the places where there was already kind of yellow in the photograph or this brighter color, I'm just kind of going in there and adding a few strands. And right now I'm just trying to do it for the color. Like, it doesn't really look like that fantabulous, but that's okay. Check and let's see, hey, are we even making a little bit of a difference? Yeah, we are now, because now we've got some areas of brightness here that we did not have before. And I can show you that by doing that. See, now we've got some areas of brightness. So turn that off, go back. I'm going to do this all pretty much on one layer. If I was doing an illustration, I would separate out the layers, but I don't need to do that because it is just a background. A lighter color, that, and we can pick another brush. Probably go to the coloring now. Cool crayon. So the path I already had here. I think that's good. I don't know if it made, well, it did make a little difference. Like I said, you can tell there, now there. So it made a difference. Let's bring some of this green to the front a little bit. Do a dry brush. Oops. I don't know, that is kind of almost too bright. So we'll just use it sparingly. Because really what it probably signifies is like some new growth in the picture. I'm not really changing it drastically, trying to sort of match up where colors are, but then also add some back in. See. grass. Yeah, that is really pinkening it up. Is that a word, pinkening? Dun, dun. Or again, just trying to get some white in there. Actually, I like that. Brighten up the sky. It's still pretty dark here, but I think I'm going to call it. Like I said, it's just for purposes of, where is the edge of my screen? Of a background. So let's put that in there. Okay. So I am going to export this. Just a JPEG is all I need. I'm going to export it as a JPEG. And I'm just going to save the image. Actually, I can airdrop it. Perfect. Okay. Let's put that to the side. So now I'm going to put that fixed up picture back in so I can use it as a background. All right, so let me show you what I'm doing here. So here I am in Ecamm Live. This is the software that I use both for my teaching and for YouTube. So we want to put that picture here in the background. So I can go to my downloads, what got downloaded recently, I think. Yes, okay. And here it is here. So I'm going to select it. Oops, I don't want to do that. Try that again. I'm going to select it and just go ahead and drag it. And you can see now that it's popped up. So I'm just going to grab that in here in my overlays and bring it behind my camera. And voila. And so now I have one of my own illustrations or paintings as a background. So here's the picture all kind of brightened up. And here it is as a background. And I can go and put it in any scene that I like. I can go back to my What If Wednesday and put that in. I can copy and paste it, or I can do this as well and then go ahead again and move it behind. And so now I have a little bit of a background. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of What If Wednesday, and I hope you join me next Wednesday to see what I try. What if I just try? Have a great day, evening. See you next time.